Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode 5 of this Dynasty Fantasy Football League podcast. I'm Andrew Stratton, your host, and I'm not in a good mood, so we'll see how this goes. I got a whole slew of guests tonight. We got Dennis, we got the defending runner-up with an asterisk, Andy, and then a two-time guest now, Dave, who is currently in the car talking to a potato. So we'll see how this goes for the beginning. You guys want to say hello?
What's going on?
Wait,
All right, so we're going to start by talking a little bit about this week. I hate fantasy. All right, who else wants to comment?
Yeah, it's not a great year so far for some of us. For most of us, I should say. You know?
So as we
yeah,
see,
it's not looking up for a lot of us. I think Colin and Doyle. So
yeah, I played Doyle in 3 leagues this week. I did go 1 and 2. He beat me in 2 leagues. I beat him in 1. But like you said, just kind of, I don't know. This is like the least enthused I've ever been about fantasy since I started doing it. I don't know why. I mean, this is just, look at this matchup. This is just
it's pathetic.
this absolute barn burner here. I guess, I am pretty nihilistic right now about my team, but holy crap. At least I outscored these guys by 40 points each. Jesse and Matt. I mean, we knew Jesse was going to be bad, but Matt's team really did not show much here. Now that I'm looking at the scores, I thought my team did way worse than it did. I guess I wasn't really paying attention to some of these other matchups where I would have basically beat everybody but Doyle, Chris, Colin, and Andy. So I had the 5th highest score this week, and I'm acting like the sky is falling. But it is, because J.K. Dobbins is basically done for his career.
I'm glad I got off that train.
Yeah. So with me, Dennis, and Andy here, I guess we'll talk about these couple trades that we made. You guys can talk about your trade first.
Basically, it came down to I was sick of Trey Lance, and I figured Zach Wilson's going to start, and he's either going to be good or he's going to be dog crap, and I can drop him.
Yep, and I'm also sick of Zach Wilson, and it looked like this would probably be the one opportunity I had to get rid of him. And we'll take a flyer on Trey Lance, and yeah, basically my team is all flyers at this point.
Yeah. I mean, it sounds like a win-win for you guys. Basically, both of you got rid of a player you didn't want for a player that could do something. But yeah. And then we've got Dennis and I made a trade. Where the heck is it? Oh, I shouldn't show you guys my active trade that I'm trying to make. I don't know. What do we? So I was trying to get Raheem Mostert from Dennis last week. And, I offered him a future second for Mostert and a third. He kind of wasn't wanting it. And then when J.K. Dobbins got hurt, I just said, just take him and we can do this deal. So Dennis said, fine, I'll take it.
I just wanted Bud to leave me alone. I just wanted to be left alone. I was like, you can.
So I will say then that means I employed what I call the year-end strategy. I swear half the trades I make with this guy are just because I want him to stop just incessantly bugging me about a trade. And I'm just like, whatever, just do the deal.
Yeah.
Just to get him to stop messaging me about it. I feel like that's how he gets all of his deals done. So
persistence.
Yeah. Yeah. Persistence is bullshit. That's what I say. So, yeah. All right. Looking ahead to this week, Dennis and you and I have such a great matchup here. I'm sure, neither of us will live up to our projections, and one of us will somehow manage to win. So,
somebody has to win, right?
I guess I'll pick myself. I don't know. I hate my team, but it's probably better than yours.
Hey, I'd get offended if it wasn't facts. All right.
Then we got. I mean, there are some actually intriguing matchups this week. Doyle and Chris are playing, both 1-0. Both teams did pretty solid last week, and I think you'll have a chance to kind of solidify, get to the 2-0 spot, and then try to work their way towards the playoffs. I'm going to pick Doyle in a slight upset here. Any of you guys have an opinion on that matchup?
Not really. I'm not gonna lie. I have not looked at any matchups. I
Yeah.
barely know who has who on anybody's team.
All right.
Yeah.
So Andy's playing Ben this week. That should actually be a pretty good matchup too. Andy, your thoughts there?
I just hope Josh Allen sucks as bad as he did against the Jets.
Yeah, and Joe Burrow.
And Burrow, yeah. I forgot about him.
I mean, Burrow was even worse. Ben's probably benching him.
If Burrow wants to just throw to Higgins and Chase all day, that's fine by me.
This is Ben. Ben desperately wants to play Brock Purdy. That's what he wants. I heard he's been trying to shop Joe Burrow, so we'll see. We'll see how that goes.
Interesting.
So then we got Nick Stoll and Matt. Nick. I feel like his team's pretty depleted right now. Najee Harris is kind of splitting carries with Warren. Derrick Henry's kind of splitting a little bit. He still has Justin Jefferson, all reliable. I thought Amari Cooper got hurt, but I guess not. Mark Andrews, who knows if he's back. Deontay Johnson's out, most likely. So he's kind of his lack of depth is probably going to start showing early on here. So maybe Matt bounces back, but I mean the guy scored like 60 points last week, so I can't pick him to win. Nick's playing Jesse, so we're picking not Jesse. That's like the easiest pick. Dave, do you want to comment on your matchup this week? You're playing Colin. Probably looking like an uphill battle for you.
Yeah, uphill's probably putting it slightly.
Yeah, so we'll pick
It's
Colin.
I'm a little more vulgar, but we'll keep it PG.
All right.
I'm ready for the ass whooping.
All right, so now we're going to move on to what I actually want to do tonight. And another YouTube channel I like has been doing a lot of NFL trivia, and these three sound excited for it. So we're going to play some trivia. Can you guys see my screen here? Can you see like the Google sheet that I have here?
No, just sleeper.
It's the sleeper.
Oh, how about now?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're going to start with the category we said was our favorite. So this is any player that has scored a rushing touchdown for the Detroit Lions since 2010, right? So we'll go around each of you, and you get 3 strikes, right? So obviously if you get one wrong, you're not just immediately out. I put on the spreadsheet, obviously the player name is blacked out, but there's also the most recent year they scored a touchdown and then the total number of touchdowns they have for the Lions. That's not career touchdowns, that's just Lions touchdowns.
Okay.
So why don't we start with this one? We'll let Andy go first here. You guys understand what we're doing? Do I need to explain the rules any better?
So it's just for rushing touchdown, or is it just for running backs rushing
touchdowns? Rushing touchdowns. Any position player, but it's a rushing touchdown.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
So Andy, go ahead. Do you have a guess?
Javid Bast.
He's going. There's so many that I would have guessed before that.
Well, yeah. No.
All right. Javid Best is correct. His last one was in 2011. All right, Dennis, go ahead.
Reggie Bush.
Reggie Bush. Correct. Dave.
We'll just go with the easy one, Jamal Williams.
Jamal Williams. Did he score a rushing touchdown?
Might have had a few.
Might have
A couple.
All right. Back to Andy.
I'm not as good on the Lions as I should be. We'll go Matt Stafford.
Matthew Stafford is correct. I just got to find where he is on the list because I don't want to reveal, some answers before. Correct. Matthew Stafford. 14 rushing touchdowns. All right, Dennis.
David Montgomery.
David Montgomery. I know where that one is. All right, Dave.
How about Craig Reynolds?
Come on, Craig.
Reynolds. Strike one.
He
Has
didn't
not scored.
Craig
hasn't gotten
Reynolds
a rushing
has
touchdown?
never scored a rushing touchdown for the Detroit Lions.
Really? All right.
Look at that.
All right, so back to Andy.
Let's see. What's his name? Didn't Adrian Peterson play for the Lions? Adrian Peterson.
Correct. Dennis.
Swift.
DeAndre Swift is correct. Now, Dave's guessing Craig Reynolds before DeAndre Swift here.
I know. I was trying to take a flyer, right?
Yeah.
I'm about to take another one, but Amir Abdullah.
Amir Abdullah is correct.
There you go.
Back to Andy.
Let's see. Kevin Smith.
Nice.
Kevin Smith. There's a pull. That is correct.
Love it.
2012. It's 17 Lions touchdowns.
Had high hopes for him.
I'm going to go a deep cut on this one. Eric Ebron.
Wow. Eric
I remember
Ebron
the jet sweep.
Wow.
is correct. 1 touchdown in 2016. All right. See, Dennis is thinking outside the box there. It's not all running backs, people. All right, Dave, you're up.
Wow.
What's the 2010?
2010 is the earliest, most recent. Like, obviously, something like Kevin Smith probably scored touchdowns before 2010. I don't remember when he was drafted, but his most recent was 2012. I will give you a clue on the last person. I specifically took an extra year to get somebody else on the list because I thought it was funny.
I think this might be my another strike, but I'm gonna go Terry Fair. I think he's probably earlier.
Who?
Terry Fair was a
Fair.
cornerback from like the 90s.
Yeah, okay.
Just say,
Yeah.
that's
All right.
Strike
reaching
two.
way far back.
Strike 2. I don't know what Dave's doing here.
Don't say Bryant Westbrook next, David. All right.
All right, so we're back to Andy.
Probably Calvin Johnson.
Calvin Johnson. Strike 1.
Oh, wow. Okay.
I went to a game.
He wasn't
his
really an
rookie-
end around guy. Yeah.
I thought he would
I
have
went
ran
to
at
a game
least
his
one.
rookie year. He did score a touchdown rushing, but that was his rookie year, which was like 2009 or 2008.
Yeah, 2008. I think it was 2008. Yeah.
Okay.
Joik Bell.
The pride of Wayne State University.
That's a good one.
Obviously. He had there you go. 22. Actually, the most of anybody on this list.
Nice. He was a good running back. Him and Reggie Bush were a good 1-2 tandem.
Yeah. That's definitely true. All right, so now we're back to Dave. Dave, got to get one here. There's some definitely obvious names, I think. So. Dave, are you there? Did we lose
Yeah, I'm
Dave?
here. I'm thinking. No, I'm thinking. Man, it's not.
Hurry up. Come on. Give us a
Dan
name.
Orlovsky. Here's Dan Orlovsky. You're going with quarterback. Yeah.
Bye. Dave's
this is-
done. All right. Andy. Back to Andy.
Theo Riddick.
Theo Riddick is correct. I just got to find him. All right, Dennis. This is like
Jared. Is that next? Yeah, I couldn't remember. I don't think so. Yeah.
Jared
What'd you
Goff.
say?
Strike one for Dennis.
Jared Goff never ran.
Jared Goff has never had a rushing touchdown for the Lions.
Wow.
They, instead of having him QB sneak it, they just give it to Jamal Williams at the 1 yard line.
That's
True. True.
So Andy.
For some reason, I have a blank between 2019 and 2018 on those people. I don't know why.
That is definitely the sloppiest part of the list, so it doesn't surprise me.
I think what's his name, Mikel Lashore, at one point.
Mikel
Scored a
Lashore.
touchdown.
Yep, that's correct.
Nice.
He had
That was a
9
good one.
touchdowns.
That had to be like a rookie year. He tore his Achilles so early.
Yeah, I think it was the second year. I think he tore his Achilles.
Yeah, I was high on him in fantasy. That's why I remember him. But
So. All right, Dennis, back to you.
Like, this is tough. I'm trying to remember. Some of these guys have like 5 touchdowns, 8 touchdowns. I can't. I'm trying to put him in my head. Let's just see. Golden Tate.
Strike 2.
Ooh.
That's a good guess.
All right, back to Andy. You can put some pressure on him if he gets one right here.
Titus Young.
Strike 2.
Okay.
And Dennis get one.
Trying to remember, like,
There's a couple left that I still think are definitely gettable.
You know what? I'm just going to take a shot in the dark. Jason Kabinda.
Strike 3. All right, can Andy get one here to or I guess he win because he went first. So
Yeah.
all right. Do you have any other guesses, Andy, of who you think could be on here before we reveal some of these sloppy names?
There's only one other I could think of, and it'd be an end around to Nate Burleson, but I don't think he's on this list.
No, Nate Burleson's not here. All right, so there
You
was
know,
one.
I had one that
I thought of one after.
What was
is
yours,
Sean
Dave?
Hill. Is Sean Hill one of them?
Sean Hill is not on the list.
Okay.
Who was a fullback?
Kevin Johnson.
Carry on Johnson. Right?
Carry on.
Carry
On Johnson. Okay, so you guys got Williams and Swift. There was one other person that scored a rushing touchdown last year.
Yeah.
He's a running back, and I'm pretty sure he
Jamal
retired.
Jackson.
Yeah,
Yeah, he just retired.
Justin Jackson.
Come on.
Oh yeah.
The 2021 ones are pretty ugly. I mean, that was a season I feel like everyone was hurt.
Yeah.
One I think people might know more as a safety than a running back.
Oh, Godwin Igwebuike.
Yep, Godwin Igwebuike.
Oh my God.
And then the other was a 7th round pick, I think. I think he's still in the practice squad.
Jamar Jefferson.
Jamar Jefferson. 7, you guys were on the right track with a lot of your guesses, but you didn't guess him. Is Amon-Ra.
Yeah.
You guessed Golden Tate and Burleson and all these other guys, but nobody guessed Amon-Ra St. Brown.
Against the Seahawks. I remember that touchdown.
So 10 was, I think he was undrafted. He played at Alabama. He is
Bo Scarborough.
Bo Scarborough. 11, Jeff Driscoll.
Driscoll.
I said this was like the
Yeah.
sloppiest part of the
Driscoll.
list. The next guy I literally have never heard of, Wes Hills.
I remember that
See,
guy.
he's a
I don't even know
fullback.
who that is. I literally
I
don't
think
even know
he's a
who that
fullback.
is.
Oh,
The next two, I think you guys should get. One, he just isn't known for being on the Lions, but he's always known for scoring touchdowns. I think he only played 1 year for Detroit, but he played for Philly and New England and all Tampa and
Oh, LeGarrette Blount.
LeGarrette Blount.
Oh,
Mm,
And then 14 is he's a doctor.
Zach Zenner.
I know, my boy. I love Zach Center. 17 is Tyon Green. I think the next guy is still maybe in the league. He was with New Orleans for a while too. Dwayne Washington.
Yes.
mm.
And then we've got these. I mean, these two. Maurice Morris, Keeland Williams, and then 28. See, people guess Stafford, but he was the backup for a long time.
Is he an offensive coordinator in the
Conte?
league right now?
I don't know. Is he?
Culpepper?
No,
Not Kellen Moore, is it?
no. Drew Stanton.
Drew Stanton.
Drew.
Ah, Drew
I said
Stanton.
he's the name that I was like, oh, I have to add him on here. All right, so Andy takes number 1, despite saying that he doesn't know a lot about the Lions, and the other two being Lions slappies. So
Yeah.
see how this
I
goes.
just didn't remember the players.
Yeah. All right, so now we're going to go to 2011 receiving yards leaders in the NFL. Okay. I have the top 40. Top 40 name.
Uh, 2011. Well, Randy Moss.
Uh-oh. Did we lose me for a second there?
Oh, it must
For a
lag out.
second. Yeah.
Okay. Are we good? Everybody here?
Yeah.
All right, Dennis. Make your guess number 1.
I think Andy took a guess already. Did you hear that?
Oh. No, I didn't.
Oh, I had said Randy Moss. Sorry.
I think he's number 2, right? Patriots.
I'm double checking my list here.
Really?
All right.
I'm going to go Calvin Johnson.
Alvin's number 1. All right, Dave, you're up. Although, if you can you see the chart I have up here that kind of gives you? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Patriots.
You don't have to go in order.
No, I know. I'm just trying to think of who would have been on him. 40 Nelson for the Packers.
Correct. All right, Andy, back to you.
I wouldn't be surprised if we're going to just go 3 strikes and I'm out on this. Let's see. Roddy White.
Roddy White, I know he's on here. That's right. All right, Dennis.
Plaxico Burress.
Pretty sure Plaxico was in jail. That's strike 1. Pretty sure Plaxico was in jail at this point. So, all right, Dave, or either in jail or not, just done, because I don't think he ever came back after he went to jail,
Yeah,
and that was
came up.
2008. So,
Okay.
All right, Dave, back to you.
Shoot. Anquan Bolden.
Anquan Bolden is correct. With the Ravens.
Larry Fitzgerald.
Correct. Dennis.
Gronk.
Gronk is correct.
Sneaky pick right there.
Yep, everyone's guessing wide receivers.
I'm gonna keep that tight end and go Antonio Gates. The Chargers.
Yeah, I feel like I remember typing his name when I did this, but I could be wrong.
Number 37, Chargers.
Dang it.
Ouch.
Strike one. Back to Andy.
I don't remember if he's even still playing, but we'll throw it out there. Tony Gonzalez.
Tony Gonzalez is correct. I just got to find him.
Was he on the Chiefs at this point? Nope.
That's what I was thinking. Oh,
Falcons.
Falcons.
okay. I was thinking Chiefs.
Deep cut. I'm thinking for the Bills, Stevie Johnson.
That's my man. I know that's right. Love Stevie Johnson. All right, back to Dave.
Julian Edelman.
Strike two. Pretty sure he wasn't even in the league yet. All right, Andy.
Let's see. Chad Johnson.
Chad.
Here, one second.
Ocho Cinco. I don't think he's on here either. Another strike. All right,
Jimmy
Dennis.
Graham. Jimmy Graham.
Jimmy Graham is the name right after Rob Gronkowski.
Steve Smith.
Steve Smith is right. Is Andy back?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll take my third strike here probably. Hines Ward.
I think Hines Ward is on here. Could be wrong. Where's the Steelers? No.
15. 15 or 11.
Yep. That's strike three.
All right. I'll be back.
All right, Dennis.
Greg Jennings.
I know that's right. I just gotta find him.
Picks with a pick that I was considering.
Greg
Jennings.
Jennings.
Darren Jennings. Oh, not the right person. All right, Dave, back to you. Let's see if we can keep it going. You guys got a couple 1,500-yard receivers here.
Yeah, no.
That's not Randy Moss at 2.
It is not Randy Moss at 2.
This might be my third X, but Jeremy Shockey for the Giants.
I don't think Jeremy Shockey's on here. Yep, there we go.
Dang it.
All right, Dennis, let's see if you can rattle off any more here.
Is it Victor Cruz?
Victor Cruz is number 3.
And Patriots.
It's so obvious. It's so obvious. It's Wes Welker.
It is Wes Welker. Okay.
Yeah.
I picked the wrong white guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. God. Sounds like we were voting for president or something over here, man. You know?
Yeah. Any more, Dennis? You can rattle off. I mean, there's a lot. There's a lot of
There
names.
are a lot of
here.
guys.
Like,
There are a lot of guys. Marcus Colston.
yep. Marquise Colston.
Steelers,
mean,
like well,
10. I mean, people don't always remember on the Dolphins, but it's Brandon Marshall.
Brandon Marshall, yes.
Steelers is Mike
Bears.
Wallace.
Mike Wallace. Okay.
The Chiefs, everybody used his name as a team name forever. Dwayne Bowe.
Dwayne Bowe.
The other giant is Hakeem Nicks.
Okay. I'm pretty sure I had him that year.
The other Steeler.
TJ
Come on. The other
Houshmandzadeh.
Steeler is so obvious.
Antoine Ryan
No. It might have been his rookie year.
Oh,
Oh,
Antonio
Brown?
Brown.
Antonio Brown.
Yeah,
Oh.
Antonio Brown.
Bengals is another one that might have been his rookie year or very early. It's AJ Green, which means Julio's somewhere on here also because they were rookies the same year.
Yeah.
The Chargers, did he just die? I can't remember who died. Vincent Jackson?
He did. He did die
Yeah.
like a year or so ago.
Yeah. I don't know. Raiders guy, 3 names.
Raider with 3 names.
Yeah.
Darius Hayward Bay.
Yep. Yeah. Titans, Nate Washington. Yeah, I don't expect people to know that one. The Broncos/Rams one. People know him as a
Yeah, I was trying
Bronco.
to think of it.
Brandon Lloyd.
Okay.
Like
Is the Vikings Sidney Rice
Vikings? Where are they at?
right above Brandon Lloyd?
21.
No, that's Percy Harvin.
Percy. Okay.
Percy Harvin. Deshaun Jackson is on here. Late career Reggie Wayne.
Wayne. Okay.
One of my favorites that I always had on teams, Pierre Garcon.
Pierre Garcia.
Redskins, nobody's going to know. Jabbar Gaffney.
Jabba from Florida.
The 2 Cowboys you should get.
Just so many
Is one of
people
them
just trying to
Terrell?
think.
It's, what'd you say? Yeah, it's Jason
Terrell.
Whitman and Des
Whitman.
Bryant.
Yes. Okay.
The other
Thought it might have
Patriot,
been Terrell's,
another deceased player.
Arian Hernandez.
Aaron Hernandez made the list. I honestly was going to cut it off at 30 and then saw him at 31 and was like, yeah, I got to put more on here. And then I'll just do the bottom 7 here. There's some good names on here still. Michael Crabtree, Jeremy Macklin, Brent Selleck,
Lauren Robinson.
Laurent Robinson.
Don't even remember that guy.
All right, let's do game number 3. First round running backs since 2007. So these are guys drafted in the NFL draft, first round. I put the year they were drafted, the pick, and the college they went to. See if we can help narrow it down or give some clues. So, David, why don't you start us off this time?
Christian McCaffrey.
Yes. Where is he? Stanford. These I probably don't even have to use my list. I pretty much know all of them. So, all right, Andy, you're up.
We'll go this year's pick, Bijan Robinson.
Shocker.
Jamar Gibbs.
Jahmyr Gibbs.
Jamar.
I spelled his name
Brees
wrong.
Hall.
I just realized that.
What did you say, David?
He's not first round.
He was not a first round pick.
Second rounder.
Second round.
Yeah.
Let's see. Saquon.
Number 2 overall. All right.
Travis
Dennis.
Etienne. Travis Etienne
is correct. Back to Dave.
With
What?
DeAndre Swift from Georgia.
Dave really likes these early second round
Okay.
picks. I think both people you said were drafted in like the first 5 picks of the second round. All right, back to Andy.
Ezekiel Elliott.
Yeah. Correct.
Najee Harris.
Najee.
I had that one in my head. Pretty sure Kerryon Johnson was a first rounder, Virginia Tech, right? Oh,
Second
God,
rounder
no.
from Auburn.
No.
And Dave's
I think
gone.
these team names are. I think the names are from. God dang it! Oh, you know what? I know who that is.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say it now. I know who it is.
Oh, that was funny. I didn't know if this was going to be entertaining, but people will definitely be entertained by Dave freaking out immediately. All right, back to Andy.
Trent Richardson.
There we go. Now we're pulling names. Number 3 overall, out of the league 2 years later. Wow.
Clyde Edwards-Helaire.
Clyde Edwards-Helaire. Pick number 32.
Let's see. What's his name? Montez Ball, Wisconsin.
I think he was a second rounder too.
Yeah.
Josh Jacobs.
Yeah. Josh Jacobs. I feel like Dennis might be able to just rip this whole list.
Yeah,
but
he's gonna win. He's gonna win because I'm starting to blank on people. So
I give you a hint, Andy. I think I picked the wrong Lions guy. Well, I picked mine.
You did.
All right, back to you, Andy.
we'll go. Boise State.
That's the one I'm trying to think. The Boise State one's giving me
Oh.
pause.
Is it
I think I
Javid
know who
Best?
it is.
You guessed Javid Best, Andy.
Yeah, probably wrong, right?
It works.
Oh,
It's right, but
Oh,
he
wrong.
did not
Yeah.
go to Boise State.
wrong.
It's still right.
Rashad
Technically
Penny.
Right. Rashad
Yeah.
Penny is San Diego State.
Yeah, I should know these better, but I'm blanking. So, I'm blanking.
Give me a name. Give me somebody.
There's a couple guys. Yeah.
Yeah,
Somebody who won Super Bowl.
For whatever reason. Huh?
Some of
Super
them,
Bowl with Tampa Bay.
some of them
either
are still in the league. Some of them are still around.
No,
Let's see.
Auntie's sleeping.
Hold on. My kid's running around here. Just a second.
All right, I guess
Well,
we'll just
let
give
me
Andy.
nail another one off real quick. No, I'll nail Leonard Fournette.
Yep.
The one right before him is literally I had it in my head and now I've lost it. But I know the Patriots drafted him, but I just can't. I've lost the name in my head at the moment.
You
just,
basically have every detail about it, yeah, except
I
his name.
know. Yeah.
Dennis
Listen
just
me
got
up.
Leonard Fournette.
Where am I'm blanking right now. So Dennis
Some of,
can win this.
some of the easiest names are down here, actually.
Yeah. Is the Boise State, is that LeGarrette Blunt? The Boise
It is
State
not.
first? Yeah, he was like a 5th rounder, right? Yeah, I can't
And he
remember.
didn't go to Boise State. Everybody just thinks he went to Boise
Oh,
State.
Oregon. Yeah, because he
He
punched,
punched
the
a Boise State guy in the
Yeah.
face.
Who is the Boise State one? Can you just give us that
Yeah,
one?
who is that one?
Okay. I'll give
I
you his.
think I know what it
I'll
is.
give you his. What is it, Dave?
Isn't it Peyton Hillis?
No, I'll give you his nickname, the Muscle Hamster,
Ah,
Doug Martin.
Doug Martin.
Okay, that was driving me crazy.
So Dennis, your Georgia was Sony Michelle.
Sony Michelle, yes. Gosh, I just couldn't. I had it in my head at one point, and then I just lost
The other Georgia was Todd Gurley.
Todd Gurley.
I think you know
Wisconsin is Melvin Gordon.
Wisconsin is Melvin Gordon. That's right.
Virginia Tech is Kevin Jones. Is that Kevin Jones?
So one thing I was going to point out, I think it's funny. After the Trent Richardson debacle in 2012, it took 3 years for a team to be like, let's choose a first-round pick on a running back.
Yeah.
Virginia Tech is David Wilson.
David Wilson, yes. Okay.
There's a throwback name. Anybody got any guesses on any of these other names here?
Well, I know Marshawn Lynch and Adrian Peterson are 2007.
Yes. That is
East
correct.
Carolina is CJ2K.
Yep.
Illinois.
This is another one where I was going to.
CJ Spiller on the list.
CJ Spiller's here. Yep. Clemson.
Yeah.
Yeah, this was one where I was about to cut it off, and then I looked at these two drafts and was like, I'm going to throw these guys in, like the 08 and 07, because there's a lot of recognizable.
Rashard Mendenhall from Illinois.
Rashard Mendenhall. That's another one. Arkansas had 2 running backs drafted in the first round.
Darren McFadden was 2008, and Felix, right?
Felix Jones.
Felix Jones.
Yeah, DMC and Felix Jones.
Who's UConn? UConn 27th. Who's that?
Donald Brown.
Donald Brown, the Colts. What a bunch of idiots.
The only thing I remember him from, there's an episode of The League where Ruxin is trying to figure out his flex, and he just, Donald Brown or Stevie Breston? Donald Brown, Stevie Breston. Oregon is Jonathan Stewart.
Okay, yep. Ohio State.
Beanie
Wells? Is that Beanie Wells?
That's Beanie Wells. That is Beanie Wells. I don't remember these 3 now that I'm looking at them.
Georgia in 2009.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay, I know them all now. Oh, yeah. So Georgia was drafted by the Broncos.
Noshawn Moreno.
Noshawn Moreno. I'm pretty sure Fresno State was drafted by the Chargers, I want to say. And the Alabama one is by the Saints.
Mark Ingram.
Yep, Mark Ingram. And this is Ryan Matthews.
Okay. Yeah, I wouldn't have got
It's absurd to see some of these drafted so high.
Yeah, for real.
Looking back, how's Ryan Matthews?
I remember him, but yeah, now it's like, geez.
So we're giving Dennis the win on that one. So Dennis with 2 wins, Andy with 1, and Dave with none. So thanks for joining me this time, guys. I had a lot of fun. I hope you guys did too. I much rather would have done this than talk about fantasy, which is annoying me right now. Anybody that didn't like this episode, you can suck it. I don't care. I might do this again in the future, or just do it as just do one per time. Or maybe here's my call out, because I want to participate. So I need somebody to put one together and host it so that I can play. That's my other.
Okay. There
because
you go.
I
Are
like
we
hosting. I
are we
like
keeping
playing.
it to football?
I mean,
You want to keep it to football or
mostly, yeah. I mean,
okay.
I threw out some stuff here that's like stuff
How
that
I Met
people
Your
might
Mother?
know. I do not want to do How I Met Your Mother trivia on a fantasy football podcast. I mean, I'd love to do How I Met Your Mother trivia, but not on a fantasy football podcast, Dave. Come on.
I gotcha.
You could do the league trivia.
That would be fun.
Yeah.
Well, guys, I'm glad you joined me and had a good time, and hope to have you guys on again and see if we can come up with something fun. So, good luck
Thanks
this
for
week with
inviting
your matchups. And you guys got any comments you want to throw out there? Good luck, bad luck to any good juju, bad juju to opponents, even in other leagues. I don't care. Give you.
I mean, there's
30
nothing we can do to Colin, like Colin's team just has an insane amount of depth,
Yeah.
so
Hopefully
nothing's
they all
taking that
lose their
guy.
kneecaps.
But yeah,
We can just collude
see
against
what
Colin.
happens this year. Should be an interesting season, Let's hope Bud doesn't kill himself over this. It's going to be okay.
I'm renaming this podcast the Collude Against Colin podcast. Everybody that comes
There you
on
go.
here, we will every week come up with ways to try and screw him over. I know that we did not pass the vote I put up for, putting your trades in, giving a 24-hour period for counter offering. I will encourage everybody, if you have a deal set up with Colin, please post it in the chat, and then we'll all use that next 24 hours to make you counter offers. So you don't have to deal with him. You can deal with us instead.
There you go.
That's all I have to
I feel
say.
like it feels like fantasy football for you, Bud, right now is like you're going through the levels of grief. Right now you're in anger, depression's coming pretty soon, and then acceptance will be at the end,
I mean,
There
I've
is
accepted. I have more than accept. I'm beyond acceptance at this point. I'm at like, is there like a thing beyond acceptance that's just like nihilism and just here just doesn't even affect
We're
me?
just specks of dust in the wind, basically, is what it comes down to. None of this matters.
Like I'm just dead inside. I don't feel anything. It just happens. So
Yes. Yeah. Godspeed
All right.
to you, my
yeah, thank you. So that'll conclude episode 5. I think that's what this is of fantasy/trivia podcast. So thanks for joining me, and I'll see you guys next time.
Peace.
I accidentally hit the